Hey everybody, it's Emily at Schooling, and today I thought I'd start doing one of my 2 videos I'm going to film about what we're doing for school this year. So today's video is going to focus on my youngest daughter, my 9-year-old. I've spent the last couple of weeks juggling projects and trying to, in the midst of all of that, trying to plan for what I'm going to be doing for school this year with my children. I mean, my older 2 are a little bit easier. I already had a pretty firm idea of what we were doing with them this year, but my youngest, it was kind of up in the air. So we sat down, we had some conversations, we talked about her thoughts about what she wants to learn and that sort of stuff, and we've come up with a plan. Basics first. Math is pretty math. Starting out the year with math with something I bought last year that we just didn't get to. And so that is going to be Beast Academy 2A along with Math Adventures. This is Enchanted Forest, grade 2. We're kind of wrapping up what we started with last year. Last year she was semi-grade 2, so we're going to be kind of finishing off that and reviewing a lot because I feel like she's probably forgotten quite a bit because that happens when you take a break. So we're going to be doing these to get back into the swing of things. We started Beast Academy, which she loved. It's very cute. It's a little bit advanced. I would say this is a lot. It was a lot for her last year. So we started it at the beginning and just sort of fizzled out and moved on to Math Mammoth, which was a little bit more her speed. But she loves the story aspect of this, and I thought it was really cute. So I'm hoping this year we're ready to dive back in and spend some time with this. There is a 2B out right now too, but I don't have it yet because I wanted to see if we were going to get through this before I bought more. So if this goes well this year, we're probably going to also do 2B. But I also have Math Mammoth to sort of finish out the year. So that's math. For language arts, we're just reading a lot and copy work and that sort of thing. And I also, we're doing Explode the Code because she loves those. So we finished the first 3 last year, so this year we're going to do 4 and 5 and maybe 6. I only have 4 and 5 right now, but we can get 6 if we want it. But that's pretty much language arts. Lots of reading, lots of copy work, lots of playing with stories and words and things. So I'm very laid back about that at this age. So the fun stuff now. Let's get to the fun stuff because really that's what I want to talk about. So when my older 3 were younger, we would do monthly units where we would spend a whole month focused on one subject, and then like the next month we would jump topics. So I usually worked it so we were doing a geography month, we would have a history month, we would have a science month, and we would rotate those so that we were always hitting those topics, but just in different ways and with fun stuff, and we would spend the whole month immersed in it, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite homeschool memories, or those couple of years that we did that with my kids. It was great. My youngest didn't get to do any of that because she wasn't born yet when we were in the midst of all of that stuff, or she was a baby, I think, towards the end of it. But I really wanted to do that again. I wanted to have that kind of fun. I feel like we didn't have a lot of fun last school year and I missed it, and I want this year to be more fun. So with that in mind, let me just roll out my monthly topics. We're kicking off the year in September. We thought it would be fun to start with something that she was already really interested in. She got really into K-pop because of my oldest, my daughter Sarah, who loves K-pop and all of that, and she introduced Regina to it. So now Regina is obsessed with BTS and she talks about them all the time. So I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could start the year with her interest being Korea? We'll learn about South Korea and probably a little bit about North Korea. So I have a pile of books that I thought I'd just run through really quickly for our Korea unit because there's a lot here and I don't want to spend an hour on it. So we're going to learn some Korean. I found this set of flashcards to learn Korean. It sounds really cute and I think she would really get something out of it. Especially since she loves to listen to BTS and they sing in Korean, so she would like to know some of what they're singing. Along with that, I also picked up my first book of Korean words, an ABC rhyming book, and this is by Henry J. Amin IV. So it's beautifully illustrated, and it gives a word for each letter of the alphabet. It's a beautifully done book. So I was excited to find this. I have two books that we're probably going to do for our read aloud. Both are by Linda Sue Park, and the first one is Seesaw Girl, and the other one is A Single Shard. Both take place in Korea. This is in the Middle Ages, I think. Yeah, the 12th century, and this one takes place in the 17th century. If anyone knows of a modern read aloud chapter book that is in Korea but is modern day, I would love to know. I was searching and searching and searching, and I could not find what I was looking for. I mean, my daughter's 9, she's not really ready for any kind of YA type stories, but there's just doesn't seem to be anything more modern than these two books that I could find. So I'm open to suggestions. And I also have Korean Children's Favorite Stories. This is a book of folk tales and fairy tales based in Korean folklore, and this is by Kim So-eun, and it's, again, beautifully illustrated. I love this style. Super pretty. So it's a lovely book. I already had the Top Secret Adventures Guide to South Korea, so I figured I'd throw this in our pile. We have like a huge collection of these. We were subscribed, I think my father subscribed the kids when they were younger, and each month you would get a thing in the mail with a book and a bunch of other little, I don't even remember, like stickers and things to go with. I think there was a map that you got at the beginnings that you could put the stickers on the map. It was forever ago. I don't even know if this is still a thing. I think it's from Highlights. But anyway, we had a South Korea book in our pile, so I grabbed that. And these are just very basic photographs from the country and information. Not really fun to read aloud, but it's great to have on hand. I also have All About Korea, Stories, Songs, Crafts, and More by Anne Martin Bowler. And this is a bunch of, like, there's all kinds of stuff in here, from learning about games that they play that would be popular to crafty things and recipes. I thought this would be nice to have on hand just to learn more about the culture of Korea. And I also have my Children Just Like Me book, which has a spread about a child who lives in South Korea, so I thought that would be useful to pull out. I got this for her to read to herself. This is Where's Harmony by Julie Kim, and it's a graphic novel, and it's got very sparse wording, but it's beautifully illustrated, and I appreciate that there is quite a bit of actual Korean writing in the story. It's really, really cute, and I think she would enjoy it. So I have this for her to read. And finally, I don't know if we're going to get to this. I have mixed feelings about bringing this up now, but I saw the book and I decided I wanted to at least read it for myself. And that is My Freedom Trip, A Child's Escape from North Korea by Frances Park and Ginger Park. And it's a picture book, so I think, I haven't looked at it yet, but I think it's a little bit more gentle of a story about North Korea and escaping. So it's not going to be as upsetting as some of the other books I've read. Yeah, so we might read this. I feel like it's important and I want to discuss it. I'm just not sure she's ready for that yet at 9. But that's what we have in our Korea pile. So that's what we're going to be doing this month. We're going to be reading lots of books, making recipes. We're going to do a big map. I have, I'm going to make a poster-sized map of South Korea for her to fill in and decorate around the edges with stuff we learn about. We're going to just delve deep into learning about this culture and country. So for the rest of the year, I've planned out we're going to do chemistry in October because she really wanted to do some fun science stuff, and I thought what's more fun than mixing chemicals together and creating little mini disasters in my kitchen. But yeah, so I thought I bought a chemistry kit a while back and we haven't pulled it out yet, so I thought this would be a great time to do that. So I have some other books that I'll show you next month. I think each month I'll show you my pile for what we're going to be doing. So November, we're going to focus on Thanksgiving. We're going to use the Thanksgiving unit I wrote for Build Your Library. And we're just going to study Thanksgiving and learn more about that holiday and the history behind it. We're not doing anything in December. December's just never a good month for learning. So we take that month off. So we're not going to do anything but read lots of great Christmas books and bake cookies all December. And then January, when we come back, we're going to do a unit on art. We're going to study some artists. We're going to make a lot of art. We're going crazy and with the art that month. She loves art, so she's very excited for that. In February, we're going to do a dinosaur prehistory unit. I don't know if I'm going to do the full prehistory unit I wrote because it's a little bit longer than a month, but we might do a condensed version and focus more on dinosaurs because she's really into Jurassic Park right now. And so I thought I wanted to get that in this year. And March, we're going to do Colonial America. We're going to go to Virginia in March for the Virginia Homeschoolers Conference, and this year the conference is being held in Williamsburg, so I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to do Williamsburg. We have to. I haven't been to Colonial Williamsburg since I was very small, and I remember being obsessed with it. It was the coolest thing I'd ever been to when I was a kid. Seeing people dressed up, it's like walking into history. It's awesome, so I hope she's excited about it. I know she's excited to go to Virginia, but we're going to do Colonial Williamsburg at the end of March. So we're going to spend the beginning of the month learning about that time in history. And then in April, we're going to focus on the 50 states and learning about each state, and that's going to be really fun. I'm excited for that. And then the last month we're going to be doing school is May. We usually don't get a lot done in June, but that might change. We might decide to make June into a fun unit too. But for now, we're ending the year in May with botany. So that is my plan. And each month I can go more into detail about what we're doing, what books we're reading, and all of that if you'd like. And I'll probably add that to what we usually do with our morning basket. Our morning basket is going to reflect a lot about what we're doing in our unit each month. So I'll probably do one video each month for that. That'll be our morning basket and our monthly theme. That is our year. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it quite a lot. So what do you have planned for your child this year for homeschooling? I would love to know what you're doing. I'm going to be filming another video that'll go up a day after this, probably, about what we're doing with my teens. So if you want to learn more about what our high school year is going to look like for my boys at junior year, it's crazy, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye!